I mean, when I saw this, and again, when I see the Paul brothers, I always see, especially with the Logan, the hair loss, because especially with Logan, he's been just hiding it for
He
so
does a
long.
good job. Yeah, he does a good job.
Knows.
It looks good for him. We know he's hiding. He showed it himself, but you're right. It still looks good with his
the problem
hair.
is I don't think he has not done anything about it. He might not say anything about it. He even said like recently in some, Twitch streams he was saying, oh, I'll go to Turkey eventually. And the same, by the way, Jake said, oh, eventually I'm gonna go to Turkey for a hair transplant. But I'm pretty sure, I'm not sure about Jake, probably not, but Logan, I'm pretty confident that he already had some sort of minor surgery. I have a feeling, just because when you're looking at his timeline, in a very young age, he started like losing hair pretty aggressively. Started basically the whole hairline, not just in a V-shaped pattern like we normally have, like Norwood 2, Norwood 3 goes. I think he goes like from the front going backwards, just like I had, by the way. I think he was at some point, like when he was like 21, 22, he was already like Norwood 3A, I would estimate, if not higher, because his hairline was pretty much non-existent. And even, there were some pictures when he's like running and his hair is like all the way back. And you can clearly see the mid anterior scalp already thinning quite substantially, and there's no hairline. There's clearly, so that's why he started styling his hair forward with this, messy brushed look. And to me, I always see this, the other YouTubers or some even doctors commenting, oh, I don't see any difference there. To me, it's kind of silly because there is a clear difference. When he started losing hair, to me, is the hair color. You can see in some of the pictures or videos, at some stage, his hair at the very front became lighter than at the back or the sides, and this is a telltale sign, because when I was losing hair in a similar pattern, it was exactly the same. At one point, my natural hair is not blonde at all. As you can see, it's like mid to dark brown. But at some point, before my transplants, when I was Norwood 5 already, I was having massive comb over, basically coming, from the sides, from the back, and moving to the front. My hair was so light in color that a lot of people were calling me blonde. Like quite literally blonde. Like, where is this blonde hair, Yeah. So this is what happens. If you understand how hair loss works, there's the hair, like because of the HT, each cycle, so basically the hair growth cycles becoming shorter and shorter and shorter, so therefore the hair sheds more often. And with each cycle, as it becomes shorter, it cannot grow as long, it cannot grow as thick, and also it cannot grow as dark. So the shorter, if you look at people that are like Norwood 6, 7, there's almost nothing left. The peach fuzz or whatever the hair they have left, it's really light in color, almost some of them transparent. So that's what happens. Since at some point you still are able to grow your hair pretty long, but it will be lighter in color. And this is such a telltale sign of that a guy is undergoing active miniaturization in that area. And like I said, I was looking at some of the other YouTubers talking about it, like, oh, to me it looks everything similar here, nothing changed. I was like, it's right there, man.